AITA for not accommodating my non-vegan niece? One of my nieces, Era, 15, is vegan. She is very sensitive and hates animal cruelty, which is why she turned vegan a few years ago. She even hates watching people eat animal products. So I was hosting my entire family and I decided to look up some new vegan recipes that I haven't tried before. I admit the food didn't taste very good because it was my first time making it, but Era was very happy that everything was vegan. Then my other niece, Olivia, 14, tried the food and she looked pissed. She asked if there is anything non-vegan that she can eat. I said no, I'm afraid everything is vegan here. Olivia then started angrily asking whether it would kill Era to be near some meat or cheese and whether it would kill me to make one non-vegan option for her. I told her to be polite and she told me to go F myself. She decided not to eat her food and asked her parents to take her home early. Now her parents are calling me an asshole, saying, I always favor Era and I should have accommodated Olivia as well. For future reference, tacos. Tacos can be made to fit all the major food allergies and also meat eaters, vegans, vegetarians, and this with celiac disease. It's easily done because people assemble their own tacos and can pick and choose ingredients. Vegan refried beans for the people who don't eat meat, corn tortillas for the celiac sufferers, and a large variety of veg, cheese, and salsa to put on them, and suddenly you're able to feed pretty much anyone. YTA for not accommodating both girls. Did you have bread? Roasted veggies? Pasta? I mean, if everything was like tofu and fake meat alternatives, prepared by a novice, so not very appetizing. Maybe you could have put a few pleasing things for everyone to munch on. I mean, French fries are vegan. YTAIT's great that you want to accommodate for Era in a large gathering, but you shouldn't feed the whole family food that doesn't taste good just to accommodate for one person. I don't get why having a few vegan options next to non-vegan food wasn't your go-to setup, as this would have been much easier. Which is what would make the whole family automatically assume that you favor Era over Olivia and everyone else. It's best if you try to show Olivia that you care for her or do a special gesture for her like you did for Era, since this is clearly something that hurts her feelings. Welcome to Am I the Asshole? Please view our voting guide here. And remember to use only one judgment in your comment. Op has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. I might be an a-hole for only accommodating my vegan niece and not thinking about my non-vegan niece who didn't like the food. Help keep the sub engaging. Don't downvote assholes. Do upvote interesting posts. Click here for our rules and click here for our FAQ. Subreddit announcements. Happy anniversary. AITA. Follow the link above to learn more. I am a bot, and this action was performed automatically. Please contact the moderators of this subreddit if you have any questions or concerns. Contest mode is 1.5 hours long on this post. I admit the food didn't taste very good because it was my first time making it, but Era was very happy that everything was vegan. So the food was not even good. Sorry. But you could accommodate both nieces. And Era hate to watch people eating animal products is her problem to deal. She have the right to eat vegan food the same way people have the right to eat animal products. And at least Olivia tried the food. But, by your own admission, it was not good. YTA. Edit. Because I do not agree with Op and also think Olivia crossed the line by cursing her uncle, aunt. Info. Can you expand on this? Why did the parents think you always favor Era? Now her parents are calling me an asshole, saying, I always favor Era and I should have accommodated Olivia as well. YTA. When you're a host, then you should accommodate every guest within your possibilities. But here it is clear that you favor one niece over the other. You just have to read what you write. Examples. She even hates watching people eat animal products. That is her problem, unfortunately. And don't get me wrong, I can't stand animal cruelty too, but I don't force others to do what I do. I admit the food didn't taste very good because it was my first time making it, but Era was very happy that everything was vegan. Seems like that is your number one priority. To make her happy. Olivia then started angrily asking whether it would kill Era to be near some meat or cheese, and whether it would kill me to make one non-vegan option for her. But would it really kill you or your niece? What's going to happen when the real life begins for her and she will have to be next to people who, for example, eat meat or wear fur? Now her parents are calling me an asshole, saying, I always favor Era and I should have accommodated Olivia as well. If they said this, then it means that there is a history of you favoring one niece over the other. I bet it. But you're just not sharing it because it will make you look even worse. YTA. Because you admitted yourself the vegan food didn't taste good. And as it shouldn't be a problem accommodating vegans at a meal, it shouldn't be a problem to include some non-vegan options. Especially if you haven't mastered the art of vegan cuisine. Accommodation food preferences goes both ways. Now let the downvotes come in. But a mild one. You tried to make food out of your comfort zone to please your guests, and unfortunately it wasn't as good as you wanted? Failed dishes sometimes happen. Person shrugging, medium light skin tone. Eating non-vegan food once in a while will not kill anyone. I think your other niece is just bitter because she thought the blame is only the lack of meat. While it sounds mainly because it was the first time you tried to cook that dish. Yet, I think you should try to prepare at least once or twice a new dish just by yourself before cooking it for guests. I will be a bit pissed if I'll be invited somewhere for dinner while the food wasn't good. As a host, your job is to be sure everyone will spend a nice moment. NTA. Sometimes we go to people's houses and the food sucks. Act polite. Eat what you can. Then go home and have a sandwich. NTA. You can't please everyone. You did a nice thing for vegan kid. Just a suggestion, because I used to work within a company that had all kinds of eaters and I tried to accommodate as many as I could. Build your own pasta bowls. All the ingredients put out buffet style and everyone builds what they like. A bowl of pasta. 2 types of sauce. Basic tomato, basil and Alfredo. A plate of meatballs. A plate of sautéed veggies. And now they have diet cheese, which honestly tastes pretty good. Label your cheese as regular cheese and vegan cheese. You can do the same for tacos or burritos bowls. It's fun to do. The kids love it too. Her problem watching other people eat is her own and you can't fix that. She got a deal 'cause the world does not revolve around her. NTA. Era can only eat vegan food while Olivia can eat both vegan and non-vegan food. So vegan food accommodates both of them. Sounds like Olivia is quite spoiled and extremely rude considering how she acted, and her parents are enabling this by calling you an asshole after Olivia actually acted like one. Though perhaps the next time it would help to at least practice new recipes before using them when hosting the entire family. After all, you did admit that it didn't taste very good. That might have been the real reason for why Olivia got so pissed. Of course, that's no excuse for her to act so rudely. You're cooking so NTA, but I would have accommodated for both. Her attitude is an move though. NTA. You chose not to serve meat at your house that time. If someone comes to my home and has the gall to tell me that they don't like the food I've prepared, They can go home and get Taco Bell on the way. Non-vegan isn't a category needing an accommodation either. You don't have to eat animal products at every meal. I don't understand the verdicts I see here. NTA from me. It may be unpopular, but here is why. You had a vegan guest and made it easier on yourself by cooking one set of dishes for everyone. No risk of cross-contamination. No excluding anyone. It won't harm anyone to eat vegan for a meal. How Olivia's parents didn't apologize for her rudeness is beyond me. NTA. It won't kill the meat eater to eat vegan food now and again, and they will be in countless situations where her vegan sister gets nothing. Her problem wasn't the food, it was jealousy. You did something to be considerate. And you might want to change it slightly next time, but you didn't do anything wrong. NTA. When your niece told you to F yourself, she showed you no respect. Her parents are no better. I wouldn't invite them to the house anymore. They can be the ones who host everything. I am going to go with NTA, however. By the same token, our vegan niece does have to accept that not all people are going to be vegan. Thus, perhaps putting something on the side that is non-vegan would not hurt. NTA. You're not doing vegan only every time you host them. You just decided to appreciate her perspective for a night and try something new for yourself and your family. It's nice, really. Info. Is there something we might be missing that would make it seem like you could be favoring AITA? Or is Olivia just used to getting her way? Answer honestly. NTA. It's unfortunate that the recipe didn't come out well, but obviously that was unintended. Unless your niece has a food allergy or can't eat vegan food for some reason. It wasn't unreasonable for her to try it for one meal. I have never understood those who try to argue that providing non-vegan food is an equivalent accommodation to providing vegan food for a vegan. Vegan food, again, unless we are talking about a specific sensitivity, fits within a non-vegan diet. The reverse is not true. I have a coworker who has celiac disease. While it won't kill her, even a tiny amount of gluten will make her miserable. So as a group, we frequently end up skipping some restaurants that others like because they have a reputation for not being as thorough in preventing cross-contamination with gluten. And we may end up sharing gluten-free appetizers too. That's because the rest of us can all eat gluten-free food, while gluten is not an option for her. At 14, your niece is old enough to understand that the world does not revolve around her wants 24/7. I can understand her being a bit frustrated, but she can survive one meal of food she doesn't like very much.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.